Hey fellow INFJs and INFPs, it's Maria here. If you don't know who I am, I'm the creator of this group and the author of many programs for INFJs and INFPs over the years. Today I wanted to jump here and talk a little bit about our developmental journey, especially as INFJs and INFPs, because we're highly intuitive. Our developmental journey can be quite organic and in some ways not particularly intentional. And when I say not intentional, I don't mean that you're not intentional about your healing or your development journey. What I am saying is that we can end up kind of moving from one discipline to another organically as things arise. And that's one of the amazing things about our type, is that we're able to do that. We don't get mired into a specific thing and then get overly obsessed about it. Although I would venture a guess that a lot of us are quite the fans of MBTI, since we are identifying as INFJs and INFPs. So what I wanted to talk about today was how can we maximize that intuitive power that we have in our personal development. And one of the ways that we can maximize that is becoming aware of what the outside world is reflecting to us about ourselves. So you may have heard of a thing called negativity bias, and you may have heard of another thing called cognitive bias. And the negativity bias states that we are much more likely to see the things that are wrong with us or things around us than we are what's right. So you might go to a work interview and you're given 10 pieces of feedback and 9 are positive and 1 is negative, and we focus overly on the negative instead of focusing out of a 20-minute window, focusing on 9 minutes on the positive and then 1 minute on the negative. We tend to exaggerate the negativity in our lives in order to feel safe or really have a truly authentic human experience. Now, the challenge, of course, with negativity bias is that we tend to be unable to see how far we've come in our personal development. We tend to not be able to really acknowledge the development that we've already made, and we can get bogged down in a feeling that that there's always something more to be fixed. So we hold on to a lot of stress and a lot of negativity because the negativity bias, that we might not be able to let go of that. So keeping that in mind, and also looking at our cognitive biases, which is the cognitive bias is something that we're just cognitively not aware of, something that a piece of information that contradicts what we already believe. So if we look at those two things and we listen to outside feedback, so let's just say that you have 3 different people who are not related to one another in any way, giving you the same feedback, and they are all people who have your best interest at heart, so they're not doing it out of their own agenda. So you have 3 different people giving you feedback. Because of the cognitive bias and the negativity bias, you're likely to either refuse or reject the feedback that you're getting, even though you're getting it consistently from 3 different sources, because it doesn't fit your current worldview. Or with the negativity bias, you're likely to focus on the feedback, especially if it's growth feedback, in a way that there's something wrong with me, as opposed to taking on the information. So taking the information seriously, but not personally. So those are the big challenges that us as INFJs and INFPs can have when we're doing our personal development and healing work, is that we reject or take personally the not so positive feedback that the world is giving us. And that actually holds us back in both our healing and in our development. Now, what is something that's amazing about doing the healing or development work is that when you're working with a mentor, you're not doing this alone. They will hold you accountable for your negativity bias by pointing out what you are doing right. So they're holding that space for you to actually see your achievements and the greatness that is within you. And they will also challenge you on your cognitive biases, which are things that perhaps they can see about you, but you haven't seen about yourself that might be holding you back. And especially, receiving mentoring. And I've been so fortunate and to a degree privileged as well to be at the receiving end of a lot of excellent mentoring over the years. So that's the space I'm coming from with this. But what some of my mentors, the most amazing things that they have created for me is a safe space where I can hear growth feedback in a way that helps me to take it on board and where I don't feel attacked. So if you have a situation, a recurring situation in your life that is causing you a lot of pain, a lot of discomfort, that you'd like to grow past or you'd like to heal past, then I really recommend that you might work with a mentor. And I, of course, have a lot of mentors that I've trained myself, INFJ and INFP specific mentors that can help you with what you're going through. So you can, by all means, get in touch with us at desk@infxproject.com and ask for a suitability session with a mentor. Just make sure that you list your 3 biggest challenges and your time zone so that I can link you up with the most suitable mentor. But looking past that and looking at things that you can do for yourself in this regard is start writing down feedback that recurs, that doesn't make sense to you, and start writing them down coming from people that don't have their own agenda in saying something to you, giving you feedback, or even be proactive about it and ask, hey, what do you think I could do better here? What's something that you could see that I could do better in relation to this? And proactively ask for feedback from people that you trust and respect, and that you trust that they'll tell you the truth and not just butter your bun to say, oh no, you're perfect. Because all of us have some things that we're not aware of that is holding us back from a happier, more meaningful life. So what can you do today? What's some feedback that you can get today? Identify 1 person or 3 people that you trust and respect and ask them for feedback in terms of your current struggle. And they'll give you some feedback. But if you do want to supercharge your learning around this, I recommend that you consider working with a mentor. And as I said again, desk@infxproject.com, and I can put you in touch with a potential mentor. Now, your development work is easy because your development work is important, and it's easy for us to say that oh, I'm not important, or there's something else that I need to be doing, or there are other people's needs that I need to be considering and attending to. And I know life's not simple, life's complicated, and life's busy, and life's chaotic at times. But what we can do is we can support one another as we are intending to achieve our meaningful goals and visions together. So thanks for being on this platform. Pop a comment down below to let me know what your biggest takeaway from this video was. And yeah, I look forward to speaking with you again. Any questions, email us or pop your question in the comments. All right, talk soon. Take care. Bye.